Well, it's one for the money, two for the show, three to get ready. Now go, cat, go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoe. Well, you can do anything but stay over my blue suede shoe. Well, you can...
So, a warm welcome to all you wonderful people who have joined us for BAF Live tonight. I've been told this is the 7th BAF Live event, but most of you probably know there have been about 2 since, like Marco told me, the first 5 were in the back room somewhere, not many people joining. But during the years it has grown to be a very big event, and it's a great pleasure to be here joining you for a very fun night, I hope. I can sense the electricity in the air, because what this evening really is about, it's about partnering up, isn't it? Usually when people come to this restaurant, it's also about partnering up, but in a slightly different sense. Now we have people here walking around with a lot of money, and the way you recognize them is that they are having a lot of fun time, laughing, drinking, and those are the people you should go for. And then we have the entrepreneurs, and you can recognize them from the fact that they are walking around in small circles. They are going through their pitch in English, trying to learn it. They're really anxious and nervous. But as I'm looking at you, I think we could rename the BAF Live. It'll be more like, as it's about partnering up, it's more like a BAF Live gay night. So I'm sorry to see so few women here. But maybe a few more years and we have more women doing this kind of business as well. My name is Kirsi Salo, by the way, and I'm representing here a company called BAF Money. We are offering financing services for companies, but we will talk about that a little bit later. Now, I think we just go straight to the business, and it is such a pleasure to invite the next speaker on the stage. He is the president of the Helsinki Stock Exchange. So please, Lauri Rosendahl, be my guest.
Thank you, Kirsi. It's really fun to be here. I didn't know either that this is going to be in English, so bear with me if I don't find the words every now and then. I have to start by saying that I used to visit this place quite often, and I would say I've never been here sober before. I've never given a presentation here before, except for perhaps on the dancing floor, and definitely not sober. So I will tell you a little bit about crowdfunding, the grandfather of it, that is. Besides being the president of the Helsinki Stock Exchange, I'm also head of the Nordic exchanges in terms of equity and equity derivative trading. And I'm sorry for the picture. It doesn't look sober either, that it's a little bit dented here and there. But bear with me. Nasdaq OMX, that runs the exchanges in the Nordic countries, plus then also in the Baltic countries, plus Iceland, is the world's biggest operator of exchanges and system provider. So practically we have some 70 exchanges around the world that run on our IT systems. And we, in that field, we compete with IT consultants like Accenture, IBM, and so forth. I won't go more into that, but I just wanted to highlight that we operate locally in all the countries where we are, and we want to develop the capital markets locally, because they are all different, even in the 7 countries here in the Nordics and the Baltic region. And one of the issues in Finland has been for quite many years that besides the great big companies, 125 companies that we have on the stock exchange today in Helsinki, there has been very few new companies, very few growth companies during the last 10 years practically listing on our exchange. And that we have worked quite a lot with during the last few years. And there's a huge difference in dynamics between Finland and Sweden, as an example. And we have been together with Stockholm Exchange already for 10 years, merged in 2003. So we do everything exactly the same in Sweden and Finland. And there's a huge difference in terms of growth funding dynamics between the countries. What we believe in is what exchanges are all about. A broad base of ownership for a public company usually is the best solution, combined with strong leadership, strong owners that have a core position in the company. And I always use the example of the elevator and escalator company Kone, now in its 4th generation of Herlin family running the show. Everyone knows that it's still a family company, but it is a public company on the exchange, and any citizen that has a little bit of extra money can decide to trust what the Herlin family is doing and has been doing for more than 50 years already as a listed company, and can join in and buy shares and create value for themselves. So we believe in a Finnish ownership. And I would argue that we have a working market for the listed companies in Finland. And as an example, these listed companies have raised 23.7 billion euro during the last 16 years. And you see the statistics here. And as an example of the dynamics, this is share issues fundraising with the listed companies last year. Most of them are small caps, mid caps, small companies that raised in total 1.3 billion euro last year in new equity capital. The previous year the number was 522, and here you actually now see, surprisingly, the size on the left, and you see that most of them are small caps. So there is a market. They do raise equity capital every year at a reasonable amount, I would say. And why do you list them? Here are the reasons. Main reasons is, of course, getting capital. You also get a lot of visibility, good or bad, because a public company needs to tell everything about itself. You also get currency in terms of your stock that you can use in acquisitions, and that's typically most of the share issues actually is buying other companies and using their own stock as currency in doing so. Let's move on quickly. The other thing that you get a lot is visibility, and as part of Nasdaq X you get a lot of American visibility if you want it, if you need it, with us, because we offer for free visibility in our New York Times Square studio with a huge display on the front of the building. And visibility, of course, locally as well. And then one thing that very few know about, and this is the main topic for my speech and then I will end it, is that an exchange listing doesn't work for everyone, because it is a bit of a cumbersome process. It requires quite a lot of a company. But there is an alternative market called First North that we run in all the Nordic countries, a separate market for smaller companies, for smaller capital raisings, with much easier requirements to get there. The biggest three differences are that you do not need to convert your books to IFRS, so the local, whatever, Finnish, Swedish, Danish bookkeeping is okay to do. You only need to report one interim report per year, plus your annual report, so that means that you report with a 6-month interval. And then the third is that the requirements for a listing documentation is much easier. And I will show you a couple of examples if anyone is interested with companies that have recently listed on First North, on how small the booklet really is in terms of documentation that you need to produce, as long as the capital that you are raising is less than 5 million euro. Here are examples of companies that listed last year, 9 in total, 8 of them in Sweden, 1 in Finland. This year we have listed so far 6 companies on First North, 5 of them in Sweden, and one in Finland yesterday, Lauri Rosendahl. And here you see the number of companies, and here the difference in dynamics comes in. We have in total 128 companies on First North. 104 are in Sweden, and in Finland we have 4. And the rest is, about 20 is in Denmark. It's a huge difference. On the left side there, you should see that actually during the 6 years that we've been running First North, 26 companies, practically all Swedish, have already left First North to become listed on the main market. So they moved to the Stockholm Stock Exchange, 26 companies. Besides these, we have had 21 companies being bought off the exchange, and we have had 10 bankruptcies. So there is great dynamics in First North, the way it should be with young, growing companies, that some make it big time, and even in a short time frame, first they list on First North, they raise funds, they keep on growing, they raise more funds, they move to the Stockholm Stock Exchange and raise more funds. And here are examples of a couple of success stories, very briefly. Björn Borg, everyone knows. Some of you have Björn Borg within your pants. When they listed on First North 5 years ago, the market capitalization of the company on the first day when it was listed was 7 million euro. 3 years later, when they moved to the Stockholm Stock Exchange main list, the market capitalization on the first day was 376 million. The investors that were in when Björn Borg did a capital raising to First North made their capital 53 times during a short period of time, 3 years. And you see the other companies there that are comparable in terms of a success story. Because I'm always asked that, what would it take to make Finland's First North a success? This is what it takes. You only need a handful of companies that really provide investors with a lot of returns, and they will be there for the next candidate into this game. And what has been raised in terms of capital on First North so far is a total of 1.5 billion euro to 170 companies. So you see that the average amount, or was there already earlier, that the average share issue is only 1.7 million euro per company per share issue over the years. And it's really a low number actually. And as an example of that, Siili Solution listed at the price of 7 euro in October last year. They raised 1.5 million euro, received 250 new owners, happy owners, because now the share price is a little bit above 9 euro, and the market capitalization of the company at the start was, or now in March, was 13 point something million. So it's a small company, 120 people working there, and they raised 1.5 million. And yesterday we had the private banker Lauri Rosendahl listed on First North. They raised 15 million euro in a share offering to their client base and received 400 new owners, and the share issue was actually oversubscribed by 2.4 times. So they could have placed capital at around 35 million, but they raised only 15 because that was their target to achieve. And they listed yesterday on First North, and on the first day the stock price was up 20% from the listing price. So that's what we are for here also. Not perhaps for the really startup companies, but later on for business angels, entrepreneurs, that when you see the time to move on and take the next step in your growth, the stock exchange is there, investors are there, you can raise capital, you can take an exit, and I'm totally convinced that we will see a very good development on our First North market during the next few years. At the same time, I definitely think that we need different alternatives in terms of crowdfunding in this country, and I'm really happy to see that we are getting new ways of doing that as we speak, and it's really good that we will have different alternatives to do that kind of early stage funding, and that's needed also. But then please do remember that there is the next phase, there for you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Lauri. That was a good background to see what kind of financing there is available. A lot of big sums. Today we are looking a little bit less money, I think. Next, we will introduce you very shortly, with a few minutes, the main partners with BAF tonight. Us being one, but I will give the stage first to the other one, which is Vendorio. So please, any representative from Vendorio.
Okay, good evening to you all. On my behalf as well, my name is Juha Määränpää. I'm the founder of Vendorio. We are happy to congratulate BAF for the new crowdfunding business that they are developing, and happy to cooperate with them in the crowd sales department. Thank you, and please enjoy the evening.
Okay, so I will tell you shortly what GF Money is about. We founded this company last year, and our passion is to help entrepreneurs to have another source of financing. So the banks are getting really tight in giving loans away, so we saw that there is a great need for alternate channels for financing. So we give loans to maybe two different kind of companies, really. Startup companies who are growing really fast, but our loan, they are bilateral loans. They are always against collateral, so there needs to be collateral. So the new startups usually may not be the best client for us. And the other one category of clients is companies that need refinancing. So we step in, negotiate with the banks, try to make better loans, reorganize the whole debt portfolio. We give contacts, our connections, our expertise, and help with sometimes companies who are very close to bankruptcy even back on their feet. So we do very deep work with our clients, not just money but also our expertise. So I will shortly just introduce us. Kari Keskitalo from GF Money, our main man. If you have any questions about financing and loans, he's the man. He has a long career in banking. And then Mikko Mali, also from GF Money. And Mikko has a lawyer background, so he knows a lot about documents and that kind of stuff. And then me, I will just be your good friend, so that'll be my role. No, I know something. Okay, so at this point, I think you all want to get to the business of learning to know each other. That's why we are here. So we have a short break, about 30 minutes or so, and then we come back for the main thing, which is the live pitching competition, and it'll be great fun because you get to value these companies online. And we have great awards and all kinds of things coming up. So please enjoy, use the bar, dance if you feel like it. We will see you shortly. Thank you. to start the main program of this evening, which is the live pitching event. I have never been to live pitching before. I don't know if you have. Have you? Slush maybe, yeah. Okay, but because there are some new, interesting, innovative elements in this pitching event, I have invited with me Markku Motanen from Business Angels Finland, who will brief you what to do if you want to affect the result of the pitching tonight.
Thank you, Kirsi. First time in a mic, and this is first BAF live that you haven't heard my voice, and I think you all like that. Today I hope that you all go to the pocketventure.com. We start from there. This is also, we launch our new crowdfunding service today. We are at the pilot phase. We're developing our service the whole spring, and we start to do crowdfunding and also pre-sales. Kickstarter and Indiegogo are already upgrading us. And this all going to be a big bang in Los Angeles at 3rd of June. There is, I don't know, some guys, Sauli Niinistö is coming. I don't know, are you coming? Yeah. So go to the pocketventure.com. There is crowd valuation. Give valuation to companies that are pitching here. It's very easy. We hope that you register, but that's not mandatory at this point. Crowd valuation. You will hear company's valuation here. If you think that it's even close, give crowd valuation for the company.
So you give it in euros, it doesn't have to be close, just give your own valuation what you think, yeah, and it will affect the points the company gets. And we will pick 2 winners from the pitching event tonight, and they are rated according to the valuation you will be giving to them, and in the other category it will be how widely they are spread on the social media. How is that? How does that go?
Yeah, that's pretty simple. There below our site pocketventure.com there is those funny social media buttons. Just press them. Give your feedback about our event, give feedback about the companies. We'll see what happens.
Okay, I will certainly try this as well. And are we ready to go for the first one? Yeah. Are you ready? Yeah. We have 5 companies, I think. Each have 5 minutes to go, and then we have a few questions if you have. So it'll be a really quick pitching show. And first we will call Citynomadi. The stage is yours.
And in the end of the day, it's very difficult to prove who actually signed the documents. So Signwise digital signing portal is able to solve all these 3 major challenges with our signing portal, which is relying on government-issued, state-approved certificates, and we are able to give the possibility for our customers to have legally binding signatures. It's similar to the DocuSign service you might know from US, but with government-approved certificates behind. The service is, we have microphone. The service is currently in alpha phase. We are testing it, and there are a couple customers already subscribed. The total market opportunity we estimate based on the Estonian and German numbers to 150 million users, out of which 3 to 7% could be converted into paying customers. By 2016, Signwise will have approximately 6 million users, out of which 450,000 customers would make us a little bit less than 10% market share at the time. yeah. When investment side, we are running our seed investment round at the moment. The company valuation of 3.7 million euros, and yeah, you all are welcome to participate. That's about it. Yeah.
Thank you. Questions? Might be a bit difficult to come up with questions. Introductions so short as well. No? No questions? There's a question?
Does the service have something in common with the ID card system?
The question was if this has any similarities to the ID card system in Estonia, for example.
Yep.
Yeah?
So the government approved and issued certificates, they are stored typically in ID cards or in other form as well, mobile IDs, like in Finland there is mobiilivarmenne. And yeah, it's kind of as identity monopoly in Europe is hold it in the hands of government, then kind of giving the signature with the legally binding power and the equalness of paper and pen signature. So this is the place where the government issued certificate is in the question.
Thank you. And I certainly hope this project will fly, because I am constantly having problems with documents that need to be signed, and so much hassle. Okay, we have used some creative ways to come over that problem. All right, so we have the final pitching competitor, contestant, and it'll be World of Circuit, which has also been here in the corner and will be all evening until we are here to test for you. It's quite exciting. Stage is yours.
Hello, good evening. My name is Valtteri Leitola and I'm a CEO in a company called Circuit Center Holding. And we've created a concept that simulates the motorsport business. And we've been creating the concept for past 4 years at Helsinki, at location at Pitäjänmäki, and we know what we do, we know where we are, and now it's time to move on and go out. The concept that we call World of Circuit, it's a mix of the reality world and the virtual world, as you can see here, which is one kind of a model that you race in a real world, but you use the virtual world also. And the model itself is unique. You can do it in the net all the time. There's places that you can drive, but make it a real business, there's none. The size of the business in the virtual world has a word gaming, and inside the gaming, which is called massive multiplayer online gaming, which means that you play against each other at the online and you spend your money over there. At the target area that we go to, which is like 20% of the supergenre, there is 10 billion euros and 30 million users. And our target in next 5 years is from 0.5 to 2%, which means like 15 million. And what we offer is 30% of the company's stocks in blocks of 50,000 euros, which makes 300,000, and we spend it all on developing. how we see the value of the company when we do the deal with you is 1 million. And everything from now on goes to development. And how we make the money, there is 2 basic lines. The other one comes from the virtual world, from the gaming, where you move soft currency and hard currencies, real money and toy money, and all in there. And then there's the other side, in the real world, where we have the concept that we sell the pieces, we do franchising, and we have a TV concept. So basically everything that you can see on the real world motorsport, we do it. We simulate it, but we do it much cheaper, and it's for everybody. What we can do in the virtual world, comparing to the real world, is that we use the simulator and we keep on the physics, but we can go faster than the Formula 1. And everybody can join it. It's much, much cheaper. What we're going to do also is that you need a place to race. And in the racing world, there is no hard rock cafe. But we are going to do it. We're going to do it circuit cafe. The valuation, wait. We went through it. The valuation, now we count it as 1 million. But you can do how you think and put it on the pocket venture, right? And if there's any question, please, go on.
Any questions? Please.
Yeah, a question about competition. I was last Thursday in Vilnius and I saw a pretty magnificent 3D simulator where you actually sit on a similar car which is moving like a real-time simulator. So there seems to be a few of those. So how can you describe the competition for today?
The question is about competition. This gentleman here has seen something similar in Vilnius.
Well, the basic simulator competition, there is luckily now some competition. But the main lines, you can put it that people want to copy the real world as a racing experience, and then you try to do simulators that are really rough. That's one line. And then there's the other line that we do where you want to do the racing fun and the racing good. But there is competition and the price is getting down when you can build the stuff. You don't have to create everything from the scratch. So the competition is good.
Okay, we're running out of time, so thank you very much. And we will go to a short 15-minute break, but I will give you a little story which I hope you will inspire you for investing. Because I was watching this Dragon Den TV program with my son, who is 6 years old, and he saw all these rich people give away their money to the pictures, and he said like, Mom, are these rich people giving away their money because they have realized that money doesn't make you happy and they want to give away all their money? So I challenge you to help some of the entrepreneurs here today, maybe because money doesn't make you happy, or maybe because you just want to help the young people who are full of great ideas, and maybe you can help them along the way a little bit. Thank you, and in 15 minutes we will choose the winner of this pitching competition. Thanks.
And you are searching the pocketventura.com, so it's the bottom of the right hand corner, there you see BAF Live. Click that, you will see the all companies. We are sorry that feed isn't here, so please don't valuate them, but please give valuation for all other companies. If you are not registered, it will ask only your username. Please give your nickname or what you want to give. Thank you.
Okay, so I think we are ready to wrap up tonight. You're having good time? Yeah? Yeah, it's been really enjoyable to see you getting together in small groups and having good conversations, as I can hear now. It's great. Keep on having good conversations, that's why we are here. But right now, I would like to invite Markku here, again, because now we're going to give away the Pitch Awards. Pitch Awards, not the Pitch Award. I think I might be a good candidate for the Pitch Award. Okay, so let us know, has it been very active, and what's your take on this experiment?
So the winner of the social media group will be Signwise. Please come here. So Signwise has the most visibility in social media currently. You still can make a difference, so game is on. And yeah, price of course, well I need to pay that, so it's not nice to tell, but it's 500 euros for Pocket Venture marketing if you decide to use our service.
Okay.
All right, and then we have another category, and that was the company that gained the best valuation from you. And I must say you are pretty good wizards if you manage to make some sort of accurate valuation based on those pitchings. But at least, you know, it was good to give some valuation. So I think you're quite experienced, the people who have used to pitching. So let's see what happened. The winner is...
So, Relax Alley. I need to say that this really works. That I don't know what Lauri said at the first, that when you are putting your company to the stock exchange, it's like 30%, 20% that you need to give discount to go stock. And currently, Relax Alley's percent is 27.92. That is compared about their valuation. Next company is 33%, and I don't know. It seems that this crowd values and percent works pretty fine. So congratulations for Relax Alley.
Thank you all.
And again, the price will be 500 euros extra money for marketing your company if you decide to use pocketventure.com.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I think that's for the official part of the evening, and now it's just more of that chit-chat. And please come and talk to us as well. Any loan requests and how do we give away loan, it'll be a pleasure to talk to you. We have had some very good meetings tonight already, and I hope you all have had, and it seems like it has been a very successful. What do you think?
First of all, maybe in this point we say thank you, Kirsi, and big applause. And then of course I need to thank all the crew in Kalle, and maybe you, or are we leaving to continue this nice evening to somewhere? Or are we staying at the hottest parties in Helsinki, in Kalle? What do you think? Where we are going? Where we are going? Kalle. Well, great. And of course I need to thank our partners, Vendorio, GF Money, and Well, next big parties will be in Los Angeles. We'll be doing their Pocket Venture Live with, I don't know, Sauli Niinistö, Barack Obama, Arnold Schwarzenegger, other guys. Kickstarter, Indiegogo, beware. Thank you.
Thank you and see you next time.